Satirically Yours, Season 1, Episode 26. Ben Bernake sacrifices a goat to the gods in hopes of bringing about real-world economic growth. After quantitative easing, TARP, the auto bailout, and a publicly undisclosed printing of more than $16 trillion during the economic crisis following the Lehman Brothers collapse, Ben Bernake and the Federal Reserve have still yet to see growth in the real economy. That may be confusing to some, as Wall Street signals and statements by the Government Accounting Office has shown growth, but they have not reported the changes to how things are measured. By using undoctored metrics, more than 94 million Americans remain out of work, most claim no savings account, and live paycheck to paycheck. And despite the rise of the stock market, the economy teeters on the edge worse than ever before. This is largely due to a giant derivatives market of roughly $200 trillion that dwarfs the U.S. economy of roughly $17 trillion per year. Bernake and the Fed have been resistant to change course of their centrally planned economic actions, but recently even the Federal Reserve is beginning to question their own policies. In general, they have to admit that Keynesian economics have failed, and it's time to try something new. Given that the Federal Reserve has already exhausted their two options for pushing growth, namely low interest rates and printing money out of thin air, they have now decided to move into spiritual sources for insight and change. Initially, Bernake approached various groups of Wiccan priestesses for advice, but he found that going through an intermediary to the spirit world was simply too slow and cumbersome. He ventured to Peru to become a shaman. The once highly conservative banker certainly made a rapid transition. In Peru, by the ocean, Bernake was able to find his true calling as a shaman. Once he had mastered the art of summoning spells and talking to the dead masters of finance, he knew what to do. He ventured into Africa to practice goat sacrifice to appease the gods. It's unclear how long it will take for the economy to get back on track given the sacrifice, but news of economic improvement is expected soon.